Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to design this flyer, this one that you see in Advert 2, using Photoshop. So this is my first time of doing a tutorial on Photoshop. So you can actually see the size that was used from the properties bar here. You can actually see it here, 1024 by 1280. So first what I will do is I will go to my file here and then click on new. So clicking on new, you will see this interface where you actually select the units that you will use. So we are actually using pixels, so pixel is selected. So for the width, let me say okay, 1024 as we see, and for the height 1280 as we see. So for resolution I can leave it like that, but if you want you can actually increase the resolution. And then for the color is RGB, so that is it. And then I will hit on create to create a new. So you can actually see it as Advert 1. I actually put it in Advert just because I want to use different material. I want to do different designs later on. So here we go. So first let me go to my document, to my file manager, and then I will just plug this one to the interface. So I'm going to use this one as a background, so it's actually loading. So let me just increase the size. Let me just expand it. Yeah. So here we go, here we go. This is good actually. So if I want, I can decide to actually create a layer mask by clicking on here. So for some of us that are not that are new to Photoshop, the layer is always around this axis. Yeah, but I just fix it here. I just drag it up here because I want to be seeing it at the front view. So here we go. So I will just create a layer mask here, and then let my foreground color to be, let's say, black, and then I will go and choose this brush tool. I will actually increase the size. Let me see. Sorry. I will actually increase the size from here. Yeah. So I'm just going to do a kind of simple thing. You can actually see the background is actually faded. So I just needed to fade the background a little bit. I will decrease the opacity. Let me decrease the opacity. Sorry, not this one. Okay. Let me grab Control Z and just tap it here. Let me see. This is not what I wanted. So I will just tap it here. So this is good. This is what I needed actually. So what I will do next is I will actually go to my gallery. My file manager, sorry, I'm used to phone, that is why I'm saying gallery, so sorry for that. So I will actually drag this image that I will use as the main picture. So dragging on this image, you can actually see the image come with a background. So what I will do now is I will go to this. So I will actually go to this object selection tool. I will right click and then you can see quick selection tool. I'll click on it, and then from here top up here you can see select subject. So just wait for it to load. So if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, like and share this video if you want tutorials on Photoshop. So now I'll just click on Control G. So you can actually see this is the original. I hide the original and then it disappears. So this one that remains is one that the background has been removed. So let me just drag it somewhere around here with Control T for free transform. I will just increase the size, and it decides to be increased. Size, select it. I think this is what I need. So I'll click on OK. And then now what remains is, although I'll work on the image actually, so what remains is I'll go to this plus icon here, create a new layer, and then from the layer I can come to here, rectangle tool, and then select the rectangle tool, and we are going to draw a kind of rectangle shape here, something like this. Yeah, so we have created this. So after creating this, I'll just go to my move tool here, and then click on this lasso tool, right click on it, and then you can see polygonal lasso tool. I will select on it, and then so first let me just rasterize this layer. So I will click, tap on the here, from here, and then I'll draw this thing here. There's a difference. Although this is not what I wanted actually, but we can actually stop that. So now I will just click on this, click on it, and then click on it to join the then. So I will just move it toward this direction. This is not what I need, but you cannot see no. This is not what I need, but let me just try and see whether I can move it to this direction. Yeah, so I can actually work with this. So first I will right click, and then you see copy via cuts, and I'll just click on it. You can actually see the thing has been separated, so you can see the first one, and then you can see the last one. You can see the last one here. So I'm more interested on the last one, which is the biggest one. So now what remains is for me to, so you can see from the layer here, I will just, what I need to do is I will click on Ctrl J to copy that same layer. So I will move the one here, the other one here, this axis. Okay, let's see this axis. Yeah, so I will click on it. Okay, sorry. Ctrl T for free transform, and then right click on it, flip horizontal. You can actually see how it works. It is actually turned to horizontal, so you can align your image here. Press the good icon to mark it up. So now what remains is for me to create another layer. Layer 3. I'll create another shape here. This shape I will just create it like this. Yeah. So we'll just move it. I'll move it like this. I don't want it to be that much. I'll move it like this, and then I'll press Ctrl T and Ctrl J to copy the same layer, and then I'll drag it toward this direction. So I'll move this one here. Yeah, so you can actually see how they work. So I will just click on the first layer, rectangle layer, click on the last one, and you can actually click Ctrl T in order to move all of them together. Yeah, so you can actually see how this one works. So if I want, I can actually decrease their size from here, increase their size. Yeah, just to fit in. So it actually depends on what you want to do. So now what remains is I'll click on this layer 1 as you see, and then drag it to the top. Yeah, so you can actually see how it works. So for this guy here, layer 2, what I will do is I will hide it, and then what I need to do with this one is first I will click on Ctrl T for free transform. I will flip it vertical and actually see, and then click and then flip it horizontal. So I will decrease the size. Sorry, I need the size to be like this, and then I will actually turn it to this axis, to this direction. So you can see there over here. So here we go with this. So if I want, I can, okay, If I want, I can actually press Ctrl T, my keyboard, and then I will Ctrl T. I will actually reduce the size of the other one, set it. Yeah, perfect. But we are almost good to go. So as I said, this is my first time of doing tutorials on Photoshop. So I'll click on the first one and then the last one, the smallest one, and then Ctrl J in order to copy this small shape, and then I will actually drag these ones here. So I will click on Ctrl T for free transform and then flip. Okay, flip horizontal. Yeah, so you can actually see how we make it work. So we are good with the shapes. So now what remains is for the first one here, I will tap on it. You can actually see my cursor also. I will just click on it and then I will go to my gallery. Okay, file manager, sorry, not gallery. Choose the picture that I will be using for this. I'll drag it here, drag it to Photoshop, and then you can actually see it's the top of the shape. So you can see it's only the one that is at the top. So now what I will do is I will right click. Okay, first let me, I will right click and then you can see create a clipping marks. So I will click on it so you can actually see it is clipped. So if you want to adjust it, Ctrl T for free transform and then adjust it to your liking. So the next one is to go to the next one, which is the one at the center. So let me just edit it and align it. Okay, the one at the center. So the one at the center, for the one at the center, I will go to here and pick the image that I will be using. For that, I will click on it and then drag it to Photoshop. So you can actually see it here. Yeah, man. So I'll click the clipping marks and then you can see how it works. So I will actually align it. This is only for this, and then for the next one, I will go to my gallery file manager. Sorry, not gallery. I'm just using gallery. Actually, if you go out one or two, you can see the image here. I'll drag it and send it here. Someone actually requested me to do video on this, so that is why I'm just using my time to explain this for new beginners. And then if you are not used to Photoshop, you can actually learn from scratch. Maybe I will consider doing a video for new beginners. So here we go with this one. Also, I clip it up. So the last one, which is this, I will go to my gallery and then I'll pick one and take it to Photoshop. So I will just amend it. So if you look at this one, is somehow, so I must flip it horizontal. Yeah, clip horizontal, and then I will adjust the picture and then I will create a clipping marks. Where's my clipping marks here? So you can actually see how it works. So I can actually adjust the size. Oh, should I say the size or how it looks? So we are good to go. Where do this one and the last one look the same? So I want this. Let me go and search for another picture. This picture to appear. Let me see this one. It seems like this one is different, so I will just clip it up. Yeah. This is what I needed. This is different with the other one, so I will clip it. I'll flip it horizontal and then create the clipping marks. Yeah, man. So that's it for this. And then the next thing that I will do now is the small shapes, I will click on the first one first, layer 2, and then layer 2 copy. I will create and click on Ctrl G to group them. So I will name them small shapes. Okay, let's say small shapes. Yeah man. So I will actually go to my, I just want them to appear as if as if what? Okay, as if something is being clipped into them. So I will just drag this image again, and then I will clip. Okay, let me just do this. So I will clip it on the small images that I create a group with. I will just right and clip. You can actually see it is being clipped. So if I want, I can actually just the rotation, actually adjust the looks. So let's just be like, I don't want to appear. Expand this, make it like this. So I need it like this. This is good. This is what I wanted. Sure. So next thing to do is for me to create a kind of, okay, the back here. So I'll create a new layer here. So on this new layer, I'll just go to my brush tool, pick my brush tool here, and then I will just dab it down in order to hide the edges. So you can see the edges has been hide. So now what remain is for me to go to, I will go to my gallery, and then you see this wireframe that you are seeing. I'll drag it up here and then drop it down at the back side, and then I'll squeeze it down. Although I have to do something. Okay, what I need to do now is to go to this layer panel. You can see normal. It is actually at normal, so I will just pick screen. So as I said, those of you that are not familiar with Photoshop, I will actually do a video on how to go along with Photoshop if you are new. So I actually press Shift Alt in order to rotate it from the axis, from the top, not equal size. So here we go. I will press Ctrl T. Okay, not Ctrl T. Ctrl G to double hit the layer and double T to duplicate it on this axis again, and then J. Just drop it at the top side. You can actually see the effect, right? Alright, that's what I wanted you to see, the effect. Yeah. So now I will just drag on T again, J again, and then I'll copy it to downside, to the top side of this, just to create an effect. So I will create, okay, I need to do is the first one to the last one, we just create a group with them by pressing on Ctrl G, and then I will mark them as light effects. Name them as light effects. Yep. So if you have any question, you can actually drop on the comment sections. So that is this for the shape. So now what remains is for me to actually do the right up. So for the right up, I will create a kind of new layer here at the top side. New layer, then I will go to Ctrl T. Alright, okay. What should I write? Okay, let me write Billy first. Then actually Ctrl A to select up and then go to this. And then let me pick like, let me say 66 or 67 by size. The font name, you can see the font name here, and then I will make it to be bold here. Select bold. I'm using 66, sorry. Yeah. And then for this color here, I will pick travel the color here to white. Yeah. So for me to see what I did, I will just get all of this axis. Yeah. Why is it that? Okay, the name is actually in uppercase letters, of which that is not what I wanted. So spelling, yeah, just like this. I will increase the size again. Increase the size a little bit. So this is what I wanted actually. So for me to actually see what I did, I will create a new layer and then I will tap the brush tool. I need this brush tool, but I need a foreground color to be black. So I need the brush to be less. Okay, this one is. I just create a kind of dab here, just for me to see this ability. Yeah, don't mind me. Right, don't mind me. I'm just going to. This is not what I wanted, sure. Yeah, I just wanted something. Look, this. Yeah, I just wanted something like this. Okay, like this. So what I need to do is for this layer, I would replace the size of this because I don't want it to be. Decrease the opacity. You don't want it to be that much. So the next thing that I will do now is okay, I finished. Okay, sorry. So I'll create a new layer here at the top, and then for this layer, it's going footer. Now we have to give him his sir and then bam. So for this, I will decrease the size to a smaller size. Okay, this is good. That needs much. Wait, so I'll just drop it here. Just drop it here. Yeah. So we are good to go, I think. Yeah, we are good to go. We are good to go actually. I think let me increase the opacity of this a little bit. Yeah. So we are good to go. So I'll create another layer at the top here. And then on this layer, just go to text, horizontal type 2, and then I will just write the depth, which is 17. So for this, I will just make it to be black by clicking on the corner picker, drag it down to here. Yeah, to be 00000. So I need this thing to be within my interface, so I'll just drag it in. So now we're going to reduce the size. Reduce the size. As I said, I'm not expert at all, so this is my first time of watching tutorial for this Photoshop, so you may see some corrections. So if I have any corrections, so just head and leave a comment in the comment section, so that we move together. So I'll write October as the name. October. Did I know how to write October? Yeah, that's the spelling. So I'll reduce the size a little bit. I'll reduce the size to this, and I'll just drag it down here. It's supposed to be bold. Yeah, I think we are good to go with this. Size is too small for me to fix 60 size, and then so yep. So here we go with this. So I will actually click on Ctrl J to copy the layer. Then I will actually have to move it here. It's 2025. So for this, I have to increase the size a little bit. Increase the size a little bit. Yeah. So let me just leave it like this, and then I will proceed to create another layer. Yeah, for this layer, it is actually a text also. For this text, I think I just wrote something. Let me go to the main and then copy the text from here. So click C to copy it, and then I'll go back to my. So here we go. Control V to paste it. This is looking route structure. So we'll just delete this layer. Create a layer, and then I'll just put a kind of shape. Then go click on all to click this, text it there. For this one, I have to be careful. So okay, this is good. That is good. Save 5.5. There's access. So we copy this text, Ctrl J to copy, and then I will just fix it like this. I'll just make this one to be here, this one here. So for the text, I'll just write happy birthday. I need it to be central, and then go to this panel here to this, and then increase the size like this to fit in. Yeah, this is good, and then maybe, yeah, this is good. actually, so I will just drag it down here. So here we go with this. So I said I will edit the main picture. So how I will edit that is to tap on the picture here. You can see the layer here on the picture is highlighted. It's the one that is selected. I will go to filter, and then you can see camera roll filter. Select on it, and then it will actually load. So here we go. It's actually loading, so I can actually select this in order to see what I'm doing more clearly. So I'll drop the basic here. Yeah, so I'll just increase the exposure, increase contrast also, and then for the highlight I would increase the highlight. So I don't have any formula for this, it's just what my eye telling me is what just leave. So texture, I'm going to increase the texture a little, clarity, good, what again, although I don't want to be much on this, and then I will click on this details here, and then increase the sharpening a little bit. Noise reduction, if I like, I can increase the noise reduction. So is it. So click on OK to OK it, and then it is loading. You actually see the before and after. So now what remains is to create a kind of one effect that I love, which is with this file here. Grab on it, and then I will just make it to be around this axis. So I will decrease the size a little bit, and then you can actually see I want it to be at this axis. Although let me just rotate it. Yeah. So for this guy, I will clip it on the picture. So I will just click and then create a clipping marks. So from this clipping marks, you can actually see it is not actually looking good. So what I need to do is to create a layer marks from here. Create a layer marks, pick your brush, let your foreground color be black, and then you can actually erase the part that is not useful. So you can actually see how it works. So it actually looks real now. So that is all for this design. So I will tap from the first layer here to the last layer, highlight them, and then Ctrl Shift Alt E to snapshot it, and then go to filter camera group in order to do a kind of editing. It's a very short editing, very small editing actually. So you can actually see from here, I will tap on this icon here for me to see the before and after. I will drop this basic, and then I will increase the exposure, increase contrast a little bit, I will decrease the highlights. For the shadow, I will just increase the shadow a little bit, and then white. So I don't have any formula for this, it's just what your eyes give you is what you, if you actually sense that it's good for you, then it's good just for your work to look stunning. So for vibration, saturation, I don't need that saturation a little bit. So I'll go to the tools and then increase the sharpening. So you can actually see the before and then see the after here. You can actually see how they work. This look more sharper than this. So that is all for this. So click OK in order to OK your work, and then we are good to go with this. So you can click from the file, select is exports, and then export as. So you can actually see your artboard here, the name of your artboard, JPG. We are saving it as JPG. For the quality, we need it to be great, not even good. So let me go ahead and click on exports. So when exporting, you can see it comes as a dash artboard 1, so you can actually edit it. Let's see, his name is Sabili. So let me just write anything that I want. So, and then I will click on OK. So your work has been saved. If you want to see it, you can actually see it from this end here. So you can actually see our work here. Thank you very much for your time. If you find this to be very useful, thumb up by the liking, and then please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos on Photoshop. Thank you very much for your time. Do have a nice day. See you on the next tutorial. Peace.